Hi guys, back with the second half of this Dyson Turbine floor head brush. Just putting it back together. So this section here, there's a little hook on the top. Just show you that again. A little hook to the top here, and you just push these two sections together. There's a rubber gasket in the middle, and then all that needs is now screwing together, as you can see I'm doing here. Putting the two screws in. And then now that that's done, just a case of putting the belt around here, this drive shaft, like so, just tucks in. And you can see it's well connected there. So then, just going to put this intake housing back on. It's got a little, let's show you here, this little slot here is for this little notch here, and it just pushes on. It's rubber. It's just a matter of pushing that home flush, and you can see it's on there. Just make sure it's seating home. And then what I'm going to do now is just put this drive shaft back into this bearing, and there's the drive shaft here. It's keyed, so you just push it on. Once you got the right position, and you heard that click in there. So then it's just a matter of putting the screw back in the middle, the retaining screw, small torque screw, and that's in. Let's get a little spin, make sure it's okay. Yep, nice and free. And then it's just a matter of putting this section back into the housing for the turbine head. This slot here, there's a little slot at the bottom of this housing here. Just make sure it's clipped in correctly, as you can see there. And you heard that click in there, so that's gone in. And then it's just a matter of clicking this top section in here. And you heard that clicking also. And that's pretty much in. Yep, that looks good. Seating well. Let's make sure this rubber's seating nice on here. And there's a cover for this, which goes here. It's a mesh filter, stop all the dust being sucked in. And just want to clip that in also. Now that's in. You heard that clicking. So now for the tricky part, gotta try and put this spring in here for the tension, and at the same time could do with this belt being out of the way, but there we are. Gotta try and get this spring in, and as well as slotting this drive assembly in at the same time without the spring popping out. Probably want to put your finger over it just in case the spring goes flying out, but the spring, it is in place, and the spring's in, as you can see there. Everything's in place. So now it's just a case of putting the small retaining screws in. There's two of them. I'll just speed this section up a bit. There's two screws, just screw them in there. And now that's in. It's just a matter of fitting the belt over. You can just see the action there for the tension. That's what the spring does, keeps the tension on the belt. And you just roll the belt around. It's got a little notch in so it helps it to seat. And as you can see there, it's seated. It's running nice. And it's that's all seated and screwed in. Just a matter of putting this drive belt cover back over. It just clips on. Just a matter of pressing it on and get it to click in. And you heard that click there, so that's firmly in place now. Now that that's done, it's just a case of refitting this cover. And now this cover's got a little notch that tucks into the drive belt guard. Just highlight that for you. There's a little tab there which tucks into this the drive guards. There you go, just tucked in there. And it's just a matter of putting the unit back together now. Just make sure it's seated nicely. You can see around there, it's nice and snug. And just put the 6 screws back in. And then there's just a 1 screw for this drive belt guard, holds it in place. And that's pretty much the unit put together. So it's just a matter of slotting this clear section back in. Just clips in. Don't need to undo screws or anything. And that's in. And then it's just a matter of inserting the brush head after putting the securing cap back on first. And it just pushes in. Once you've lined up the cap, and that's in. And now that that's in, just got to lock it. Just use a coin to lock it. And that's pretty much done. Just going to give it a try. The seat seems to be working fine now. Just flip it upside down and show you what it looks like underneath. Turn it back, and that's pretty much it. Do that. Thanks for watching once again, and please subscribe.